Shadow Prince has to die.
Sabilna Shayanu, Sabilna Shalendevod.
Initiate combat by conversation.
My word, a god woken. I'm almost honored. There are precious few things in this world that elude me, but divinity is very much one of them.
Another pair of finesse boots. Ooh, a source orb. I'll trade this, because there's a good chance we'll basically get all the money back we spent here anyway. So 5,800 down the drain, potentially. Point at the black ring corpses. His handiwork?
Very much so. Never knew what hit them. They never do. I am a man with no name. They call me the Shadow Prince, but that is rather dramatic and, in fact, rather incorrect. For what I truly am is the House of Shadows itself. That is my role and my purpose. I see the great games in motion, allow them their flux when they advance for good, cut them short when they advance for evil. Even if that means doing evil. As such, I am here to cut short a very ancient evil indeed, and would welcome the aid of one as formidable as your divine self.
Continue.
You're too kind. One would prefer a more idyllic setting than this, but let me regale you with a story. Once upon a time, the race of lizards was so much more than what we are now. We were dragons once. Great red dragons. No one remembers this, but the elves are our guild. As dragons, we almost wiped them from the face of the earth. We were stopped, and we were punished. I know not how, but someone took away the fire that made us dragons. Wings clipped, we became lizards. But there was a reason our dragon ancestors wanted to destroy the elves, for they too had a plot for world domination, at the expense of all other races. And while we were punished, the remaining elves were spared. The elven scions are the key. After their deaths, the powers and souls of scions linger on in the vast and ever-growing network that connects all of the ancestor trees. We discovered that once the network will be large enough, dryads will sprout from these roots, equipped with the memories, experience, and enormous powers of generations of elves. A vast, invincible army that will obliterate everything in their path. It will be the end of all other races. I've been trying to stop them for years. Now I'm close to ending it all, for good. Will you help me?
How can you help?
He hands you a wooden box, its surface dull to the touch. A vague sickness overwhelms you. There's death fog inside.
The heart of the vile elven network is the Mother Tree. She is rooted on this island, and I believe she is aiming to extend her roots into the powers of divinity that lie here. The powers you seek. Place this box at the heart of the Mother Tree and return to me when you've done so. I'll take care of the rest.
Tell him you'll kill him for asking you to unleash this horror.
A conscientious objector. How very tedious. I said that what eluded me is divinity, not the power to kill divinity.
He whistles for his assassins.
Shadow to shadow.
Show yourself.
Bill will move last. She's here. We have an area of effect ability that we can use to reveal this son of a bitch. Shadow Prince acts next. Not sure I can prevent that. Might be, but if he moves, we're gonna get a lot of attacks of opportunity on him. So maybe try to bring down the physical defense a little bit.
I'll yield to none.
Yeah, he could be anywhere. Still, it's not like we're totally unprepared for this sort of shit, so reveal. There you are, my friend. Thought you could hide from me. Not gonna work. Be a lot of backstabbing. Still less than I thought there would be. I don't need to backstab though. Miss. Critical hit on him. Yeah, this should allow us to manage things at least a little bit. Unmarked targets. We have a lot of other troublesome things here. This will... can't do it yet. I need to do at least one proper attack on him. Okay, who the hell is that? Change plans. Let's 3 characters out of the fight. As many of them as possible closer to Red Prince. We can entertain this guy on our own. Who the hell is next? You. That's not a problem. We do see a little bit of selective attacking. Didn't affect anyone. You son of a bitch of a game. It was a decent amount of damage. Chunked one of them. I've used up. Well, we still did a decent amount of damage. Still, a waste. No way I can kill it. I can just stop it from using a weapon though. And knock it out. I don't think I'm quite close enough to do cold damage. Might be able to move 0.1 meters forward. Sure, there's much. Put them in a position that they can't move or they'll die. It's about the best I could do. How you're feeling?
What's on your mind, darling?
He's not talking about the situation yet. Is it because we didn't talk with the guy or something? Shadow Prince is still there.
The tree must fall.
Which tree?
The elven tree must fall. The elven tree must fall. He fears it. He fears the elves.
Okay, who is this he?
The elven tree must fall. The elven tree must fall. He fears it. He fears the elves.
Yeah, the elven tree has fallen. For good or bad, it's done. Shadow Princess notes. Part of the Shadow. Sleeping Arms. 22,000 gold. Yes, thank you very much. Sabine doesn't seem to want to say anything anymore about anything. So this is a way I'm supposed to deal with it, but it's such an unsatisfying way. I'm gonna let Sabine talk to the guy, see if that changes anything, but this feels just bad. I'll take it over potentially just losing control of Sabine permanently.
Did the God King send ya? Did he send ya?
Sure.
As ready, God King. They came out of nowhere and killed us all. As ready. Rise me up. Rise me.
Now tell him it looks like he failed. You doubt he's earned the God King's favor.
I serve the God King. Rise me up. Rise me up, God King.
Well, I've said already, so...
The Shadow Prince's spirit snarls at you, claws at you, but his spectral nails move harmlessly through your body.
Consume the Master's Source.
His fading eyes go wide with such abject fear, it is terrible to behold. And how very wonderful that feels.
Yeah, it still didn't bring any kind of a real solution to things. They're closed. Here where the mother tree is rooted, Spiel may hunt her old master. Yeah, it's basically just unfinished. I'm still not doing things differently. This is why we did it this time, and that's the end of it. It is just thoroughly disappointing. I feel like you only needed one extra step. Allow you to discuss this issue with Sabine the moment she brings it up. Because clearly she knows what the danger is, but for some reason you sort of don't know it. It's a large stretch of things that goes into the lava here. You can go there. It is a more area you can enter. Wonder why. I wouldn't put any. I would put something there. Otherwise, why even make it move? Alternatively, yeah, there's a chest there. There's at least 2 chests of lava. I suppose you could jump the rocks to some extent. It's not that easy. There's enough places to jump to. I still think you might have to get rid of the lava somehow. So, we need to use one of the mirrors, I think, that we have in our inventory. Game makes a big deal about you using the mirrors. Just don't recall whose inventory they belong to.
The glass is black, at first, but then a sickly haze begins to form, like sand upon a pond. The haze shimmers and becomes a face, a one-faced stranger looking straight at you. You feel his hate, his avarice, his thirst for blood, God-woken blood. He does not speak, and yet he asks you who you are. You know the wrong answer will send this man, this sallow man, into a ferocious rage.
Persuasion. Focus your mind and project your will at the mirror. The sallow man will see what he wants to.
It works, and instantly you know what the sallow man wants.
I'm thoroughly unsatisfied with how the Shadow Prince has gone so far, though. But I don't know what the fuck the game wants me to do. We have to go to the... Well, we could go to the Lunar Shrine. But I feel like that might lead to the end of this. Same with going to the well. So... the cave. No, we're gonna go to the ship because we're carrying a lot of eggs as baggage. I can barely move most of my characters at this point. Load the textures. Yeah, there we go. So it will never be detonated. Why do I carry it around? Because it's a container of death fog. Can't exactly just leave it. There should be level 2. Let's read the notes. The manuscript is written in a code you cannot decipher, but for a few lines written in the common language tongue. As Prosabile, I appreciate the warning, but stand down. She is now a threat only unto herself. Mother Tree, now spare her. That said, do keep me posted on the Red Prince. My word, what an annoyingly talented nuisance that arrogant little brat turns out to be. Shadow Prince's signet. Called to the touch, this is the precious ring of the Shadow Prince. We're gonna hold on to this one. It also has thievery +1. That's a rare thing. Yeah, it could easily replace one of our current items. Scoundrel +1. We would gain finesse, wit, and thievery. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's a lot of thievery. I think we have something like 6 or 7 if we truly go for it. That's closer to 10,000 gold stolen. Two-handed sword. Slowed, crippled, suffocating, critical damage. It's a fine weapon, but nothing special. Finesse boots again. Level 17 boots, slightly better. We're having the current boots because they have armor and initiative. The new ones have armor and initiative. They're pretty much the same otherwise, but better armoring. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't shift to the new ones. I wouldn't say they're much better though. But they do provide maybe 20 points of extra armoring. And there's really no downside to things. The only thing we have to do is again put some nails on them. It's a minor thing to do, and we have like 30 nails still. We can buy more if we really wanted to. 33. I don't think we're gonna get 33 boots. Not worthwhile upgrade boots at least. Dagger, level 17. Could replace the level 15 dagger. It also has a rune slot. We would lose some finesse, so I think that more or less negates the damage bonus we would get otherwise. Atrophy and bleeding versus blinded and crippled. Still, it's not bad, and you do need to keep upgrading your weapons. You can't get around that. Slight increase in certain weapon attacks. Amulet, Warfare Geomancer Bartering. When you're going for the offensive abilities, it's hard to upgrade sometimes. Inflict poisoned on contact. It's a worse shield versus what we have currently. Intelligence armor. Yeah, we've looked at that before. It's a good one, but we would lose the item slot, although also the bonuses are not really good for us. I don't think I want to switch equipment to Lose anymore. I mean, she gets the most money out of it by far, but still. Harquin is still here.
Something on your mind, darling?
Okay. Can I craft a Swarmbreaker myself? What exactly do you need for the Swarmbreaker? I actually forgot about that quest entirely. That's by far the most important thing we can do at the moment. Okay. The gem we need to enter the Imp Temple was taken by the Black Ring. Right, we haven't entered a lot of temples in fact. Quite a few have had their temple and the altar, but some just had the altar, not the temple itself. Saloman will tell us how to enter the academy. If we bring him Alexander's head, I don't give a shit. I just need him dead so I can use his scrying devices. Almira asks us to retrieve both parts of the Swarmbreaker. What parts? Search for the 2 pieces of Swarmbreaker. Okay. That is key. That is one of the most important things we can do.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here.
Progress.
My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with.
Ice Fan Scroll. This is something would consider buying. We have 2 guys who can already do ice attacks. If we could add the Red Prince and Sabille as a support for throwing shield and frozen around, that would help us a lot. Doesn't have to be a scroll though. Level 17 200 mace. That looks somewhat attractive to me. It has room for a rune, so we can raise the basic damage somewhat. Does air damage, plus 2 strength, blinded, shocked, cleave damage, life stealing. It's 2 levels higher than the crit one. Critical hit chance would plummet, more or less. But that is it. And we usually do critical hits through using the rage ability, not just beating them. Muscle Buster. Two-handed sword, that does a massive amount of damage. What's wrong with this one? It's a one-handed mace. Jesus Christ. Did so much damage I thought it was a two-handed weapon for a second. Right, this is the more appropriate comparison. The physical damage is increased. It's a poison weapon. We can't use a poison weapon. There's so many undead here that'll heal them like massively. So no.
Allies for hire.
Okay. Anything of interest? Master runes seem to be pretty much the only interesting parts. Maybe frost runes added to some weapons. But you'd only have to do that in situations that we have never encountered before.
I've got sword fighters, archers,
Strength for warfare, huntsman, pyrokinetic summoning. This could be a good warrior's, rather your helmet. Wizard Mass. Witch, Scoundrel, Hydrosophid instruments. Intelligence, Huntsman, Hydrosophist, Fossil Strike. Witch is somewhat useful, but not really. Scoundrel isn't, Hydrosophist is. It's just shit. That's the main problem. I'm not pressed hard enough in combat to warrant the extra defense over losing combat capability. Okay. 100 points more physical armor, some points extra magic armor. Strength is the same, warfare increases by 1, and that's it. But more importantly, it's a 3-level upgrade on equipment piece that also increases the amount of bonus points I have to get to stats. It's a fairly good upgrade. You'll buy it because you get such a discount.
Expert warriors for hire. All seasoned
And we
in
sell
combat.
anything.
They won't let you down.
Knockdown arrows. I fail to see why would I ever use some of these. Immunity to stunned, I wouldn't use this anymore.
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win.
I can get the immunity through other means if I really need to get it. Okay, I need to just dump extra unnecessary equipment on them. This is no longer useful.
Extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
I'm not going to use huntsman abilities ever. Ooh, unidentified piece of equipment. Did not expect that. We're really not getting anything out of this. The money doesn't matter too much. I mean, I can get money if I really need to. I'm not worried about that. I mean, I can just steal massive amounts of things I can steal. And I don't care enough to steal. Source Orbs. I think I'm stealing Source Orbs from Tarquin. He's a good source for them. Maybe even the Cursed Cluster bar grenades. Alright, all the bows can go, I have no use for them. The amount of damage some of these arrows do at this point is ridiculous. And I'm not even okay, the damage is based on your basic attack and with me strength, so this would be more or less about what the archer could do too with these arrows. Still, that's a significant amount. Non-magical stuff will be sold automatically. Shield is fine, but no one really cares. Robo power is generally good, our defense wise. I'm pretty sure these are all finesse, so yeah, we have better. Base capacitors, ancient artifacts. Just give me cash. $46,000. What do you people see? Not enough. Okay, that is +1 thievery. Thievery 6, 6012 kilograms. A way to get it a little bit higher. Yeah, not through that. Maybe through the gauntlets. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That. Okay, what the hell are these? Strength pants. Leadership and extra armor, extra magic armor, some resistance. It's not bad. I wouldn't say good, but not bad. Still, this is pretty much a direct upgrade for you. Right, I need the gloves. I need intelligence something. Oh, god damn it. You have an intelligence something item, pretty sure. Got to. You don't have a goddamn thing, because I removed every one of them from you. Ring of Brachus Rex, how about no? Does anyone have extra intelligence besides those have? Nope. Crap. How many points do I get? 2. That's not enough. $14 kilograms or 9,400 total gold. Yeah, we're getting about 5,000 gold value with each upgrade from this point on.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only...
We're interesting source orbs mainly, I guess. That's all 5 of them. Some scrolls. Cursed cluster grenades. Unusual blade. Sure I want to pickpocket that. Does he actually have all the unique items? What happens if you steal them? Does the quest still go on normally? Yeah, they have 0 value, so you could do it.
Expert warriors for hire.
I don't know why would I do that. I'm somewhat interested in the giant frost rooms too. But we've taken what we've taken. Need a chance to get some money. 300. Decided to shoot that cube. Probably need to talk to Gareth and Jahan anyway. No, don't need to talk to Jahan, need to talk to Gareth.
It's strange, Godwoken, how much I thought I knew but didn't. How sure I was of the path Lucian had set me upon. How sure I was of me, of what I was capable of, and what I wasn't.
Say it's time to stop doing what Lucian would want and to start doing what Gareth wants.
Is it? I'm not even sure what that would be. In all the years that mattered, I had only my devotion. Whenever I needed answers, I turned to prayer. Now when I have questions, I'm not sure whom I'd turn to. I think back and realize a dead divine never had answers. The wind carried my words to nowhere and everywhere, but certainly not to Lucian's ears. Even so, I don't think I'm ready to trust myself. Not yet.
Maybe someday. We could buy the overpower skill. The Red Prince should have it. And it's relatively cheap if I buy it. Right. Are these the best gauntlets I have, really? Okay, where's the other dagger? Black Ring Sacrificial Dagger. 5 extra source orbs. Stolen. Thank you very much. Right, we have 9 extra ones now. If nothing else, it's a decent chunk of gold in storage too, even if we don't want to use them as source orbs. This does remind me though, I might want to make at least one of the custom armor at this point to see what we're getting at this point. These can carry that. Right. Somewhere here is the armor. Or not. Who the fuck got it? Level 17, slotted. Air resistance, movement, hit points, immunity to stun, inflict stun on contact, immunity to shock, reflect 10% of melee damage as air damage. and fantastic armory. Right, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it on him though. Again, because we want damage most of all from him. So the +2 in strength and +1 in two-handed is much more valuable than massive amounts of defenses. You, on the other hand, is a different matter. The immunities are valuable. We can use him and his scrolls to counter those stunned effects on others if they get affected by them. Also, the armor values are with the other having a rune inside it already, so the difference will be even greater. Physical armor is 1195. So 1195, 1310. Not bad. I mean, usually the upgrades are pretty full with you adding a rune. At these levels, it starts to be a significant upgrade. And a lot of immunities, hit points, extra movement, some resistances, inflict stunned conditions. Also, I can use electricity attacks without too much care, because I won't be affected by them. I could create similar armors for others, so you could have an entire group of heavily armored guys who can basically use water and lightning attacks without any concern. Blood too, ice too, because they often melt, so that would be a tough one. Still, I'm okay with this. Where to next? We are going to have to go after the black ring guy. There's no substitute for that. So let's go. What type of troll is this? It doesn't seem to have obvious vulnerabilities.
The altar before you seems red. All you can see is a smear of blood on its surface, and a hollow that seems to call for something.
I'll see if we need more wits to be able to counter this.
The altar before you. All you can see is a smear.
No, we have to kneel and pray.
Before you. All you can see, you feel an invisible hand grab you by the throat. Cold, unseen lips brush your ear. You can't make out any words, but you understand what you're hearing. Whispered tears, screams in the dark. Blood, pain, blood, blood. The hand releases you, and you stagger back, gasping.
We can cause blood through multiple means. I suppose I'm just gonna rain on it.
The altar before you, all you can see is a smear of blood. You feel an invisible hand. You can't make out any words, but you the hand releases you, and you stagger back, gasping.
I mean, I need have vitality damage.
The altar before, all you can see is you feel an you can't make out any The hand releases you, and you stagger back, gasping.
Okay, it's not what it means.
The altar before you, all you can see is you feel an you can't make out any words, but you understand what you're hearing. Whispered tears, scream. The hand releases you, and
Okay, is there more detailed advice being given? I mean, yeah, there's blood smears all over the place, but I don't really get what they want. Clearly, simply blood isn't good enough. So, do you need some sort of specialty sacrificial device? Something extra, something we don't have currently. I'm thinking of just going to start killing their groups here and see where that leads. Never talked to these wolves, did I? There is a large ruby, maybe that'll be the one that thing we needed. It's blood color.
two black-ringed wargs, heaving, stinking mounds of gristle and malice, play like puppies with a large crimson gem.
Pet the nearest warg.
Balls. Away. Now.
Take some meat from your pack and dangle it towards them.
Smells good.
They lick their lips, the gem forgotten. For now.
Hold their attention with the meat, reach out to take the gem. No, let them eat first.
Between them, the wargs tear the food apart, then wolf it down. They look up at you, hungry for more.
More meat.
They lick their lips, the gem forgotten. For now.
Reach out to take the gem.
You lift the gem. It's both hot and cold. Within the stone, stars seem to shine. It's mesmeric. You slide the gem into your pack for later. The wargs still hungrily eye the dangled meal.
Eat them.
The wargs tear the flesh of...
Me too. What was we doing?
Can't remember.
Me neither.
Let's go chase rabbits.
Yeah, alright.
With a nod to you, the beasts amble away.
I'm not sure how this would really help us directly. More like it seems it's the height of the temple. Yeah, there's a gem there. Thanks, but I have the gem. Why the fuck does it keep the quest notification there? Was that one of the pieces of the device we needed to get? The gem we need to enter the Imp Temple was taken by the black. Imp Temple it is. At least that seems like a place where we can go. Oh no, we don't want to go there. They might object to me slaughtering their little tree there. I'll go through this, see what Fork Tongue has to say. He doesn't have to say anything.
Oh, serve your god and king, you scum!
Tell him the Sallow Man has sent you to kill Alexander.
A special task indeed, for which you shall be rewarded. We shall step aside, for Alexander lies beyond, within the temple of the elves. But be warned, shriekers block the way.
Seems to have a good axe, or a two-handed weapon.
If you die, you serve the king. But Sallow, he wants Alexander dead. So you must stay alive a little longer.
That shall serve many purposes.
Yes.
Ready for the next assault.
I'm preparing my soul in case I fall.
Yeah, we're gonna pick a fight with these guys anyway, aren't we? At the same time, you can always come back here later. Might as well see how far we can get without causing trouble.
They took the realm. They took it all. But they don't know what it is. They don't know what they have.
Okay. Can I use on the pedestal?
An empty pedestal stands before you. From the ostentatious nature of the carvings upon it, you...
Guess I have to just use it. Grasp the gem firmly.
The gem feels both extremely hot and extremely cold, and yet sits comfortably in your hand. Within the crimson crystal, a galaxy of stars seems to twinkle, and beyond the stars lies a strange and wondrous realm. The stars swirl and move, and form a face, the face of an imp.
Looky, looky, looky here! What's red and black and blue all over?
Knowing imps, I'll go with the tester option. You know this one. A hamster in a blueberry press.
Wrongly, 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 wrong! Your eye decides. Your eye! Now, looky, looky, looky here! If you have 3 eyes and take away 1, how many eyes are there? Last chance! How many eyes?
Tell the gem the answer is right in front of your face, then cross your eyes.
Wrongly, 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 wrong! How many eyes are there in all the planes? Countless! Countless eyes! Good night!
The imp's face shatters into a billion stars once more. The gem returns to its inert state.
Okay, what the fuck was the point of that?
An empty pedestal...
They took the realm.
Looky, looky, looky here!
Say the word countless.
Ah, all right. Righty, 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 right. Oh, very righty, right. Come inside.
The face dissolves, and the stars begin to swirl. And so too does your head, as you are taken to...
Everyone slowed.
Always wanted to see an impish pocket realm.
Me too. This is fascinating.
How would you get immunity to slowed? This is... Okay, let's see what is this in the end. Are these switches? Yes.
The machine is manipulating time itself. I'm in a hurry here.
Any other ones? Oh, for fuck's sakes. I need more. Not enough weight. And that's the last one. Oh, at least we can make progress. Dead imp. Slightly worrisome. Okay, we're gonna need more weights again, I guess. Doesn't have weight. Someone's going to have to take a look at the dead imp. Impish Handbook. Emergency Protocol. In case of interdimensional meltdown, please deactivate the core to ensure the continuity of existence. We would urge all who may come into contact with the core to exert caution, as many rely on existence to exist. For more intimate views of the end of existence, we suggest following the pipes. Okay, how much weight do we need here? Looks like a pyramid. Ooh, Ooh, that's Can you pick that lock? It's always look like a side passage. Essential engineering. Essential engineering by Barty Crumb. Base capacitors. We've read this before. Huntsman's control aerotherge. Empty bottles. I'm not really much of a user of those, not with this large of a party.
Order is not the answer. Answer search continues.
Okay. A lot of these machines. What does the next one say?
An acorn is not the answer, but it may be close. Closer than a chicken at least.
Couple switches. There's nothing that has too much weight here though. Also, this is not that massive an area. There's one area there I could have jumped into. What would we have gained from that? Also, what the fuck are you doing? This is an exit. Right, you can enter this place. In order to get here somewhere. Fairly inconsequential smoke. Quite sure of what they want me to do here though. I need to get to the core, yes, but what do they want? It's a valve there, some sort. Another one of these machines.
A dream is not the answer.
Good luck navigating this without triggering any traps. Emergency flush. I'll let it be for now. I want either information that the emergency flush is something we want to do, or I want to see my other options. Energy chest. It's an interesting staff. For a very different type of character, I would imagine. Yeah, Warfare Arrow 3rd Geomancer, again, not really useful. We don't really have the combinations of those abilities. And this is the end of it. It's an alternative way to get to the core. That's more or less it. Maybe get to the core?
Hostile threat detected. Executing operator extirpation in 3, 2.
Reach for the Great Ball of Light.
Extirpation aborted. Returning to primary task. On touching the glowing ball of light, text appears before your eyes. Threat de-escalated. Returning to primary task. Answer search running.
Tell it all the imps are dead.
Abnormal seismic activity threatened primary task operations. Operator sabotage suspected. To protect core functionality and data retention, first-level security measures were activated. Operator submitted override string. Large quadrupeds are playing with the framing device. The likelihood of quadrupeds having the capacity of play was calculated at 1 in 2. The likelihood of an operator lying about quadrupeds shaking the framing device was also calculated at 1 in 2. Operator's manner and language indicated hostility to the machine. Operator was identified as most likely primary threat. Extirpation was deemed the safest and most logical action. Threat de-escalated, returning to primary task. Answer search running.
Leave it be for now. We got a dagger out of it. Solid dagger. Has a slot, dual wielding, finesse. Probably the better damage dagger than the one I currently have. Giant Flame Rune. We can get a bow that no one will use. A dagger. Ooh, it has initiative and finesse. Also acid and accuracy. Does not have a rune slot though, so I'll ignore it. Intelligence coat. Has wrong type of skills. Strength hands with initiative, wits, poison. Might be fine, I guess. They're all sort of terrible. In many ways, the dagger would be a solid replacement for the Black Ring Sacrificial Dagger. It also does not have a rune slot, and the damage is inferior, and this new dagger would give me damage benefits. We would lose accuracy bonuses and lifesteal, but do I care? Not particularly, no. Except we already had this, right? Finesse and dual wielding. Finesse and initiative. think we need to replace both daggers we currently have at hand. Maybe not. Don't have enough masterwork wounds. I suppose the lightning damage might be the next best thing we can do. Fire damage. We're using a lot of cold attacks and normal attacks, maybe air attacks too. So let's go with the frost rune for now. Needs to be replaced with something else later on. Still, it's a decent amount of damage. Altar of Xantessa. There doesn't seem to be any point to do an emergency flush protocol at this point. Although it would probably get us access to that hyperdrive protocol. Yeah, this could still go into a lot of different directions, so let's go to the center. I don't know what I'm doing. Everyone's dead. It's death fog all over the place. It does open up the door to the hyperdrive blast thing, but totally unusable by us, our group. So I wonder how you're supposed to do this then. I mean, I suppose I can just unlock these plastic doors. Alright, that's something we can just open now. Is there anything particularly interesting here? No. We might still want to go for the hyperdrive protocol. I have no idea what it would do. An undead guy could easily get to do this emergency flush.
Infinity is not the answer.
Huge air resistance. Why the fuck do we need to move in slow motion though?
A chicken is not the...
Okay, at least the altar is here, maybe a couple of items, so... And it was different, so no complaints really. Epidemic Fire. This might be the first good scroll I've seen, maybe second. Very rare to see style scrolls this good. Certainly can't buy them. Malachite. A tube.
Rubbish.
Yeah. Probably yes. Last right. Sacrifice yourself to bring an ally back to life. Deals 1000 piercing damage to you and resurrects target character with maximum vitality. Yeah, I'll take it. I didn't want to buy it, but if you're offering it for free, I'll take it. Black Shroud. You know, this isn't particularly useful, but we could try combinations, I guess. I'm not sure I tried all of the possible combinations, probably not. At the same time, I don't think I care too much. Okay, let's try the altar first, then we can try answering his question.
You reach out to touch the altar. Its cold surface a curious foil to the thrumming and clanging metal that surrounds you.
Pray to the altar of the goddess of mirth.
Your vision clouds, your head swims, and when the fog clears, you are still standing in the imp temple. You look around in confusion. This doesn't seem right. There's a cough behind you. Turning, you see Xantessa. Not some allegorical figure, not some awe-inspiring god, just her. She's leaning against one of the struts on the platform, taking you in.
Moon!
Wow, for the goddess of mirth, she really managed to blow the punchline to that one.
I admit, it's hard to crack a joke these days. After all, what could be funnier than gods cowering inside their subjects? Well, I do have one idea.
She leans in, her eyes sparkling.
I have a proposition for you. I'll reveal if I'm telling the truth, but only if you disown your god.
Deep within, you can feel your god stirring, hissing like a snake.
Oh, make no mistake. I'm not asking you to support me at the Wellspring, just not to be beholden to him. To think for yourself, to make choices that you think are right, not what some half-dead god demands.
I would like this because my god is the goddamn devil, so ask if you reject your god, can she get him out of you?
Nope. Your barnacle is stuck there. But you have the chance to go your own way, to make your own choices. I know what your god has asked you to do. The choices he's forced you to make. Was it right? Can you truly say it was worth it?
This seems suspicious. How do you know she's not an agent of the void? No, she makes a convincing argument. Agree to renounce your god.
The anger that you felt just a moment ago, the unchained rage of your god, turns to ice in your bones. You can feel rage becoming something verging on hate. The quiet inner voice that you have almost gotten used to is silenced, and you feel your god withdrawing, retreating, locking itself away somewhere you cannot reach.
Thank you! I haven't laughed like that in many centuries.
Her form melts away to smoke, leaving nothing but a platform bathed in light from a huge, bright moon.
Yeah, there's the marking. It's pointing down. Still don't know if this has any significance.
On touching the glowing ball of light, text appears. Threat de-escalated, returning to primary task. Answer search running.
If it's looking for an answer, ask what the question is.
What is the universe?
Ask if it's found the answer.
Answer not yet found. Search incomplete. Estimated search time 358,910,227 years.
That's a lot of days.
Estimated search time 358,910,220.
Yeah, so can I just fail on this? I'm imagining that that has to do with us getting through this front door into here, which we don't really care about anymore. It might be interesting to walk out of here though. Just in case something happens, I don't want to just teleport away if I can help it. Do need to reach the teleportation point at the very least, but I could have used that from the map. But there doesn't appear to be anything noteworthy here. All the imps are pretty much dead. So we'll just leave.
Before you stands a shrine of a... You've seen machinery like this before.
Was that the last one? We have to go to the Lunar Shrine, I think. The thing is... we can attack the enemy groups in the hopes of finding an answer how to get into this cave. Has something to do with blood. Maybe you have to harm yourself. I don't know. What exactly does the game want from you? No idea. It's something else, and we have to find out. Also, we're looking for a lot of different items here anyway, so there has to be a lot more we can do. I think we might have to engage some of the enemy groups to get the items we want. That's at least a possibility. Maybe even take care of both of them, both the bishop and the ringleader here. At least the Lunar Shrine is something we could do right now. With everything else, it's a question mark if that's what we're supposed to do. But this is more or less a done deal as far as I understand. Eternal Conductor. Thingamajig, that's probably just a light. And then the altars. Something at the corner here. It's a corner. Right, I'll leave things here. We'll try to mess with this, try to figure out what to do. First and foremost, we need to find out how to break the connections. So the device needed to fix the goddamn thing or produce a device is what we need to do. At the same time, no, I want to try one more thing now. Can I ask this tablet back in order for me to produce the device?
Something on your mind, darling?
You want to craft a Swornbreaker? I hope you haven't fallen in with the wrong crowd, my dear.
Here, take the tablet. Just remember that I covet the Swornbreaker as well. I trust you wouldn't deny a girl her...
I have a feeling this might be the only way to really do it. This is a most curious stone tablet. Most of the etchings carved upon its faces are not words but pictographs. They do not relate a history or tell a fantastical tale. However, they detail a construction of a scythe. The artifact is not pristine. However, someone has crudely scratched modern words below the ancient drawing. Swornbreaker. How the hell does this help me? New recipe. Okay. Simple enough. We need a blade of the Stormbreaker, half of the Stormbreaker, and Swornbreaker schematic. So a half and a blade. Could this have been used to help Sabille to... Well, nothing we can do here. We do have fairly specific targets. So if this leads to something unknown, we can go after them. Kill targets.